I'm not very happy. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Hi, Tyson. Hi, Gab. Hi, Mason. Hi, Satan. Hope you all are doing fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is I was part of the Discord early watch stream where they showed off some of the new stuff, and I can tell you all straight up, Killer Mains, you all are fucked. Killer Mains are found in a back alley. Unless your name's Blight, we're all fucked. So, let's get into it, why don't we? Because I need to explain why these are all really bad changes. So, obviously, by the way, hi, Hazardous. Obviously, big thing, we have a new killer in Survivor. We have the the Krasu, who basically has two forms. You can shift between body and head form. Head form, head form has a larger tear radius. It is faster, but cannot break pellets. It is not Grand Bloodlust. Hideous, you basically build up a meter on them called Leech Meter. I'm going to go ahead and close my door just because little sister's being loud. You build up their a little stacky. Alright, hold on. There we go. Better? Go play Roblox? Are you sure you want to go play Roblox? They're in a lot of heat right now. Basically, you build up to their leech meter, and then you can whip them. We'll have to see how she works out. But it's a lot of words because it's you fill up their leech meter and then you can injure them with a. It's kind. She seems like a more complex nemesis on paper. And then you can eat glowing fungus. Oh, you survivor. No, don't worry. We're getting to the shit show. Okay, so her perks. Whenever you hook a survivor, you gain 1 token up to 4. When you have all 4 tokens, all survivors scream and gain exposed for 6 seconds. This is only going to be good for a few killers. I can see this being good on Dredge. I can see this being good on Sadako. Sadako not even. If you can get the hooks. Sadako mains are getting fucking railed. But this is very, very niche. And also Vigil. By the way, Vigil got a nerf. You'll see down there. But Vigil will still be hard meta. Yes, I will. Alright, sounds good. Hazardous. So this will still reduce that timer. And then Wandering Eye. Whenever you start chasing a survivor, reveal the auras of all other injured survivors within 60 meters for 5 seconds. This is, and it has a 30-second cooldown. Okay, you're nerfing tunneling and trying to de-incentivize going back to hook when this perk will get the most value by going back to hook. I don't understand why you made this perk. I genuinely don't. I don't understand why you made this perk during this time. With you nerfing tunneling and going back to hook as hard as you have, and you will see. There was a number that freaked me out, and I was like, that is nuts. But yeah, I think this perk is going to be useless. And then we have a Hex. You have a Hex Tome that curses the farthest generator, reveals its aura to you in yellow. When a survivor Repairs the curse generator for seconds. You gain undetectable, and your tear radius is applied to generator for 30 seconds. When it is repaired, the next first generator is cursed. This is not going to be good. I thought it would be good if it was just completed. But because it's only for, like, they will get it immediately. Like, they'll know, oh, it's there. Don't touch this gen. Or go cleanse totem. Or do that. Like, this is not going to be a good perk. We have a new survivor. These are wild. So, road life. While injured, not broken, and repairing a generator, you gain one token for each regular great skill check success. When you have 6 tokens, spend all tokens and gain 100% healing speed until you stop healing. Really? Not that big. This is not crazy. You lose tokens when you fail regular skill check. Because it requires you to hit great skill checks. Like, this is not going to be used over, like, you know, stakeout hyper focus, which didn't get touched, Lamau. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press the ability. Press the ability button 2 while standing out to enter the performance interaction that lasts up to 50 seconds and empowers survivors within 16 meters. You will get continuous skill checks during the performance. For this effect lasts for 90 seconds if the performance is completed. Yeah, this is nuts. Increases the odds of getting healing and repair skill checks by 20%, and then once it is done, it goes on cooldown for 90. This is, like, if you combine this with Bardic Inspiration, you not only get stronger skill checks, but you get more of them. And then Ghost Note. This is the wild one. While you have exhausted, your scratch marks disappear 50% faster. You recover 10% faster from exhausted. You can straight up put Vigil on and make your exhaustion go away 50% faster. You have Sprint Burst every 20 seconds with this. And then you can run Fixated. That I don't know what they were thinking. I genuinely don't know. This is going to be nuts with Sprint Burst. And then tunneling. Alright, so here's the tunneling update. Get ready, guys. Get ready. So, while survivors that are unhooked or unhook themselves receive unhooked protections for 30 seconds. This is 30 seconds, not 10. So they buffed this from 10 seconds to 30. You get 10% haste status effect, endurance status effect. You gain elusive, which hides your grunts, aura, scratch marks, and pools of blood. No collision with our players. You reveal the killer's aura within 32 meters. You're immune to AFK crows, immune to killer instinct. These effects linger for 3 seconds after being healed for a whole health state. And these effects are lost while performing a conspicuous action. These are disabled when all generators are completed except for haste and endurance. The survivor is still successful to attacks and powers. Does not, like, this is wild. It is 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That is crazy. With no pain, no aura, no scratch marks, no pools of blood. The only good thing for Killer about this is there's no collision with our players. So, body blocking is essentially like not that big of a deal anymore. Thank goodness, because I really got annoyed by that. Especially the body block decisive strike users. Those people were frickin' annoying. Who would bring decisive, unbreakable, and then you were basically screwed because it's like, well, if they get in your way, like if they body block, like you had to down them, and then you couldn't pick them up because they had decisive, so they would just get up for free with unbreakable. Hook status update when the survivor is hooked. Get to what happens, killers. Then you can still hook them, as long as they don't die. If they die, you're about to see it. When a survivor is hooked, the hook status is obscure for killers. In the Discord update, it was basically a black fog over that survivor who was hooked. You can no longer see the hook status of the HUD. You can no longer see the hook's aura. When a survivor is unhooked, there is no loud noise notification. The hook status in the HUD is revealed 10 seconds later. So, there's 2 perks that really love this. Reassurance and camaraderie. You cannot, unless you are proxy camp, which I am afraid that proxy camping is going to be a huge thing in this next update. I think proxy camping is now like going to be at all-time high. That's just my guess. Unless you are a mobility killer who can move around the map and pressure people quicker, you don't know if someone has reassurance or camaraderie. There would usually be effect around the person on the hook, and you could see like the timer stop. Like this timer would stop. So those 2 really like that effect. Now, for killers, what do you get when you hook a unique survivor? Well, the effects are not too bad. However, there's a few problems with this. So, you get a 20% bonus to the next damage generator action and 10% haste for 15 seconds. You basically get base kit pop, which sounds good. Again, it sounds good. However, outside of someone who has mobility, are you running pop? If you are running, say, Michael Myers, if you are, say, running Deathslinger, if you are, say, running Pig, or maybe, like, Knight, are you running Pop? Because the thing with Pop is you have to deliver it to the right generator. You have to add it to the generator that has the most progress. That way you get the most value out of it. And if you aren't a killer that has mobility like Huntress, Chucky, like I said, Deathslinger. If you're unknown, unknown. I feel so bad for unknown players. Unknown, whose teleports have been cleansed. And even then, like, how do you know what gen that is? You do get a base kit barbecue for survivors that have equal or less hook states for 4 seconds. Again, this doesn't, like, it's not that big of a deal. Breaking a pallet. The huge thing is breaking a pallet or damaging a survivor removes this bonus. You basically lose this if you break a pallet or damage a survivor. So say you hook someone in by shack and you want to go break that shack pallet, you have to wait. You have to wait until you kick the gen or want to cross map pressure someone. You have to wait till you get full value of your bonus. Obviously you'll lose the generator. So if you are the Blight, the Dark Lord, the Ghoul, the Hillbilly, the Krassu, or the Nurse, you actually get 10% bonus instead of 20 and 5% haste for 10 seconds. You still get the aura reveal though. I don't know why people think that, like, that people are being like now there's no reason to not play Blight. You have base kit barbecue. Why are you not playing Blight? Like, at this point, why are you not playing Blight? Why are you not playing Nurse? Why are you not playing one of these these two killers? Yeah, it's not that good. Just wait, Hazard. You gotta wait till you see the perk updates. Holy fuck. Here, read this. Alright. Tunneling penalties. If someone dies to a hook action or a Mori before 6 total hook states, survivors gain a 25% repair bonus permanently. Not 5, not 10. 25% repair bonus. Sadako mains just got that more than Prove It. Prove Thyself is 10%. Because it got nerfed a little while back from 15. This is more than 2 Prove Thyself. And Prove Thyself can't even stack. This is more than this is more than Prove Thyself, Deja Vu, and Resilience together. Because Prove is 10. Resilience is 9. And then Deja Vu is 6. That makes 25. I told someone, depending on how insane this repair bonus is, I could intentionally go in with Invocation, Weaving Spiders, Resilience, Deja Vu, and I could just be an absolute menace. Because they can't kill me before 6 hooks. Otherwise, they get that bonus, plus I give them a base kit, brand new part on every single generator. Every single one. And, guess what? If they hook me once, and then hook me again while dying, they lose the ability to block, damage, and regress generators by any means. Dead by Daylight. Testing stuff in customs and like seeing how it feels, that's not playing your game. That's not playing your game. You throw these expectations onto every single killer, expecting them to be like Nurse, Blight, Ghoul. Not every killer can get all these hook states consistently, especially the lower tier killers. What the hell does Skull Merchant do? What the hell does Trickster do? What the hell does Trapper do? Like, tell me a way they deal with this besides telling me survivors mess up. If a survivor messes up, that's not a killer doing well. That is a survivor messing up. I made a tweet that actually, like, exploded. Where I said, I hooked a Michonne who got unhooked by a Tori. I chased Tori, but Michonne behind me stepped in one of my traps. So I went and was like, oh, well, hold on, I'm gonna go get her real quick. Grabbed her off the trap, hooked her, and she was dead. Because of that, I lose the ability to block, damage, or regress any generator. And the problem is what you said, Mason, with the devs being like, remember, this is a test. You brought this to a table and said we should do this, and no one challenged it. No one looked at this and said, hey, this might be a really bad idea. Can I have the kitty?
I was going to see what you did. The king might want down.
I might need emotional support kit for a little bit.
I'm going to close the door. Bye.
Alright. Hey, buddy.
Just tell me when you're done with them.
Alright. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you might just cheer the survivors on. This is nuts. Oh, and wait, it gets even better. So, the perk updates. So, you'll notice barbecue and chili obviously is now base kit. It's got a new effect. Look what else got changed. Eruption, Pop Goes Weasel, Scourge Hook, Pain Residence. You guys. Yeah, Kit, what are your thoughts? Hey, buddy. Do you want to explore my room a little? I don't know if I want you, because if you get under the bed, I can't really get you. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Alright, you're good. Alright, he's gonna explore a little bit. Boon Kit. Alright, so the slug update. While in the dying state, the resolve bar appears below recovery bar. It takes 90 seconds to fill. Progress does not reset between downs. Once the bar is full, you gain the ability to pick yourself up from the dying state after fully recovering. This is permanent. So once you have been on the ground for 90 seconds, you gain the full ability to pick yourself up every single time. Perks can allow a survivor to pick themselves up before the resolve bar has been filled, so long as their conditions have been met. You can now crawl and recover at the same time. Recovery is automatic. When full self-recovery is available, you pick yourself up. Your crawling speed increases over time. You can now abandon after recovering and being healed from the dying state twice. This is just... Okay, so... I have a major problem with this because I have told survivors for the longest time that Base Kit Unbreakable cannot be in the game if they don't do anything about flip-flop power struggle. Give me one quick sec. He wants to come out. Hi, buddy. I'm sorry. He wants out. Yeah. He doesn't really like hanging up here all that much because all his toys and whatnot are downstairs. Oh, camera. Thank you. So, I've always had a problem with Base Kit Unbreakable, and like Sabo squads in general. Power struggle. This is like this is not going to be fun to deal with, especially with like people trying to abuse this with background player saves, sabotage, power struggle. Like I went against a Sabo squad recently, and it was not fun. It was on this Stromo. Funny enough, I was playing Deathslinger, and I won, but I didn't have fun. But you know, we're changing tunneling because survivors aren't having fun. Can we change sabotage because I'm not having fun? Oh, I'm a killer main. My opinion's invalid. Okay, heard. And then we get to the perks. So. Oh, wait, hold on. The following perks have been updated. Alright, so, Myers. I know a lot of Myers are not very happy with these changes. Because he is dash slop now. So we got... Alright, hold on for perks. Okay. So, Myers now has 3 modes. Stalker, Pursuer, and Evil Incarnate. You can swap between Stalker and Pursuer without needing to stalk. You must stalk survivors to unlock Evil Incarnate mode. Once it is active, you have a new special attack, Slaughtering Strike, updated most add-ons. So, this was Evil Within 1. Stalker mode, you are undetectable. You move at 1.5 or 4.2 meters per second. You hold the power button to stalk nearby survivors. When stock mirror is full, automatically enter pursuer mode. Stalker mode becomes unavailable. So you lose stalker mode, which is weird. Which is super weird. Because it says you can swap between these two, but then it says stalker mode is unavailable. I don't understand what they mean by this. And then you have Pursuer mode, where you have a 24-meter tear radius, its evil within 2, vault speed is increased by 15, lunge range, breaking speed, stun recoveries are increased by 10. And then, when your meter is full... Oh, I understand. Never mind. I'm dumb. Use stock to fill up Evil Incarnate mode. So you fill this up, you can activate it. It's not automatic. You can activate when you want Evil Within 3. It lasts for 40 seconds. You have a 40-meter tear radius. You move at 4.6. Your vault speed is still 15%. You gain a new ability, Slaughtering Strike. Unlocks the ability to kill survivors who have reached the final hook stage. This cannot be used on survivors. So Tombstone is basically base kit, except it's only for the final hook stage. You are no longer exposed, no longer increased run lunge range. Well, every killer that isn't Springtrap, yep. So you have a lunge, it's 2 seconds long, you move at a base speed of 6.9 meters, you instantly down healthy survivors, you can break pallets and breakable walls, has 6-second cooldown. Stock Mirror now has 5 points to fill, was 3 for tier 1, 6 for tier 2, increase the movement speed multiplier when stalking a survivor to 60, was 20. Stock rate is decreased by 25% while moving. When stock meter is not full after 20 minutes of not stocking, stock progress decays to 50%, and decrease the maximum stocking range to 32 meters. Tired of this, Grandpa? So am I, Sati. So am I. Stock rate is no longer affected by distance and no longer limited by stock points. I don't like this. Why are we like making him dash slop or lunge slop? I don't care. He's a Chucky, he's a pig now. Like, why are we doing this? Sati, wait, have you seen the perk updates? Because that was where I felt the most betrayed. That's where I immediately went like, yep, they don't play their game. Alright, add-ons. The big ones are, so, Tombstone is dead. When Evil... Hi, Mochi. When Evil Incarnate is activated, you become undetectable for 20 seconds. Fragrant Tuft of Hair is where they get Barbecue, Pop, and Furtive. Oh, they gutted more than that. They actually didn't touch, Furtive. Late DBD class. No, you're good. We're going over the changes. But yeah, increases movement speed in stalker mode. They killed my vanity mirror. When Evil Incarnate ends, you see the auras of all survivors for 4 seconds. I was a vanity mirror enjoyer, and now I have no reason to play Myers. Because I didn't really... I hated Scratch Mirror, and I didn't like the whole exposed aspect. Like, I did not like Vanity Mirror with Monitor and Abuse and like Stabiffle. Like, that was what I liked, and now it's gone. Time to become a Minecraft streamer. I might become a Phasmophobia streamer. I genuinely might. I've been working on the artist guide, but now I genuinely might like give up, because I've been having trouble writing it, because Artist is still bugged, where so many of my birds just go through people. If you guys did not see that clip on Twitter, that's been happening to me a lot, especially in long range. I'm having trouble getting clips and writing stuff for this because my character doesn't function like they should be. But we're gonna go ahead and yeah. This might be really good. Even though like they hooking a survivor during Evil Incarnate refreshes its duration, limits the duration to 40 seconds. That means you can't like increase it with like Hairbow. It stays at 40. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, it's so fun. Unknown. Okay, besides the vertical angle and the weakened duration, Unknown got fucked. Unknown got fucked. You can look up and down, but Vanishing Box got nerfed. Rabbit's Foot was not that good. Like, Vanishing Box was already one of the worst, like, Unknown add-ons, because it was Unknown's go-to add-on, because, Vanishing Box is when you, UVX someone, your hallucination, hold on. No, not hallucinate. When a generator becomes completed, the survivors on it, get weakened. That's the one. When a survivor completes a gen, they become weakened. And it was the go-to, because it was like, yeah, it's a really good effect. And even then, it wasn't like OP or overpowered. Like, you could have one person complete a gen, and you get one survivor weakened, which is not that big of a deal. And then they added the 80% hallucination spawn time decreasement, and it was like, well, this add-on's basically useless. And then they nerfed it again! Like, why? Dead by Daylight, why did you nerf this again? It was already not, like, it was already in the dirt. Like, what are you doing? They nerfed Blurry Photo because you got it base kit, which makes sense. Reduces the range. Like, most of this does not matter. Like, a lot of these buffs sound good, but, like, no one ran Serum Vial. No one ran Hypnotist Watch. Like, you ran, like, you ran the Eerie, the Captured by Dark, like, that was the one where everyone spawns weekend. That was my personal go-to. Like, I didn't use these. I used that, and then I used, Obscure Game Cartridge. The one where when I teleport, I break things faster. Not sorry, I understand. Dark Lord, Dracula also kind of got put in the dirt. Like, a lot of people are like, Dracula is a top 10, like, top 5 killer. I don't think he will be. He'll still be top 10, but I think he got knocked down a few pegs with these changes. Wolf form. Yeah, no, if Ellen told me, Ellen told me if the Drac changes go through, but they didn't fix any of the bugs, like, she's not gonna be happy, and I don't blame her. My character doesn't function, but like, my character can still do some stuff. Dracula's, like, been one of the worst bug characters for a while. But, like, you got 0.5 quicker cooldown on Hellfire. You have one more pillar. That one's actually a meaningful change. However, you do have reduced speed. You do have increased recovery time by 0.1. Wolf form, decrease the you increase charge time like by 0.05. Not really that big a deal. Sent orb spawn time to 6 seconds. And then bat form, you increase friction, which is good because now you won't slide over the place. The add-ons, though, oh my god. Ring of Lad I think, was the only buff I saw, because the downside was removed, reduced by 1 pillar. Lapis Lazuli got destroyed. Medusa's Hair, which was already such a niche add-on, in certain scenarios. It was really good on, like, Orman, because the main building had, like, all the windows. Or like, Azeroth's, where you had that middle section with all windows. Like, this was really good there. But if you had, like, the game, like, unless someone was in that T&L wall in the corner, like, what window? Or, like, the drop-down, like, there were basically no pallets on the game. Like, it very much depends. But, like, for 2 seconds, because you have to remember, Vigil is still in the meta. Increased spawn rate, like, they destroyed these add-ons. Force of Echo got nerfed by 7%. Reduced cooldown reduction of pounce attacks by 30%, was 50. White Wolf Medallion got buffed by increasing duration of Killer Instinct. Increases the duration, like, that's nice. Reduces size, like, that's nice. But all of these, all the main use ones, like 10% changes, got reduced by 5. Like, these are not good changes. Clown is the only good one here, because Clown basically got reverted, which is great. Same with Kaneki. Oni, this doesn't matter. This does not matter. You get 5 blood orbs instead of 2. This does not matter. Kaneki Kidnap Tech is gone, which is great. Now we get into the perks. The killer perks are what genuinely shocked me the most. Alright? Babysitter. After unhooking a survivor, you see the survivor's aura and killer aura for 10 seconds. They removed the haste and the stealth, because that is now base kit, except the haste is not as strong. It's 30 seconds of 10% haste. And like, yeah, the elusive status effect base kit. Borrowed time might actually be meta. You gain your unhook protections for additional 12 seconds. I want you to remember. I want you to go back to this. They gain all of this for 30 seconds already. You can make that 42 seconds. Like, borrowed time might actually have a place in, like, endgame. 42 seconds of endurance and haste to get to, like, the endgame. Like, that might be wild. Clairvoyance, no one's gonna use this. Like, your aura reading's up to 12. That's nice. Friendly competition. We buffed Gen Speed perk from 75 seconds to 120, so now it might have a place. It still might not be used, but it now might have a place. The only meaningful nerf to survivors is Hope got decreased from 7 to 5%. It's still gonna be good. It's still gonna be really good. Off the record, it removed the endurance stats effect because, again, most of it is base kit. I skipped No Mither. No Mither got buffed. It's now 100%. It's basically Iron Will. So, no Mither buff. Add new effect. While active, you do not leave scratch marks while sprinting. And yeah, add. However, it does not disable once exit gates are powered. So, I'm still a little iffy on this. Leader got buffed. By 5%. Increased the range to 10 meters. Leader got buffed. And then Lucky Star got buffed. I actually like Lucky Star, so I was cool with this. Pharmacy got buffed. You unlock it 25% faster. That reduces 12 meters. This was already really good with new Streetwise, even without like the exploit. This was already really good. Plot twist, increases recovery speed by 25%. Plot twist got buffed because it really needed that. Yeah, hey, conviction plot twist, you got buffed. What are these? What is going on? And we haven't got to the killer perks. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. It gets so much worse. Poise got a buff. I didn't really see anyone use this. You get the aura reveal for 8 seconds. Increased time when you leave no scratch marks after gen for 30 seconds was 14. Quick Gambit got a cooldown buff where it's now 40 instead of 60. Tenacity, because it's mainly base kit, now adds a new effect. Review. Oh my gosh, hello, hi Vibe, how are you? Bum 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 bum. Hi, how are you? Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Astral. I'm a Prestige 100 artist main, currently writing the artist guide. However, I will say I may not be an artist main after this. If after this, if all of this goes through, which it most likely won't, I might not be an artist main after this. I might not be an artist main, especially if they don't fix my bugs. Because I want you to understand, I'm a little more angry and like a little more judgmental of this because my character has not been fixed. I'm going to have to deal with all of this while my character is still bugged. While my character still does not function. But yeah, welcome, and we were reading this. We're fucked. We're fucked, killer mains. We're fucked. Unless you're Blight, unless you're Nurse. Like, we're fucked. Tenacity. We were at Tenacity. Since it's mainly base kit, like, its effect is base kit, it's now, 25%, but it also prevents your aura from being red while in the dying state. So yeah, most of this is base kit. Vigil can now no longer stack. Yay. It's still gonna be good. It just can't stack, which is good. But this is still gonna be a huge problem, especially when you're, Freddy or Clown, or like you have one of those like Medusa's hair up above the hinder for 2 seconds. That ain't gonna do shit. That ain't gonna do shit. Now we get to the killer perk updates. And oh my god, I want whatever the devs were smoking with these. So, All Shaking Thunder got a buff. 25 seconds instead of 16. Guess what? No one's still gonna use it. No one's still gonna use this because it gives itself away. Because, for those who do not know, when you run All Shaking Thunder, you are not the only one who hears the dong, ba-boom. Survivors hear it. Like, the survivors hear it when that happens. And especially this is very map situational because you will get a lot of value out of this you'll get a lot of value on this, like, freaking, I would say the game, like, maybe even Mother's Dwelling if there's, like, a lot of hills. Like, I've got a bit of value on it from main building from Father Campbell's. Guess what? This still didn't help at Father Campbell because Father Campbell's is a stupidly strong main building. Like, it's so map dependent and it just gives itself away. No one's gonna use this. Unless you're doing, like, which, hey, hey, you want to do fun lunge Myers with coup and whatnot? Yeah, you can't because it's now not a attack. It's now a ability called Slowing Strike. So you did this, and now not even the Myers mains are gonna have do their funny infinite lunge builds because they can't do that. It's because the tier 3 is now a ability. It's not a attack. Nurse's Calling got a 32, it got a 4-meter buff, which is nice. I used to run this on Pyramid Head, so Pyramid Head might enjoy this. However, it no longer affects survivors who are in the dying state, so of course, obviously, we can't get good things. Barbecue and Chili is reworked because now it's base kit. After hooking all survivors once, increases the base generator damage by 5%. This will obviously be really good on really good killers. Dark Arrogance reduces the blind and stun duration from 25 to 15, so that's kind of nice. Dead Man Switch. Decreased generator blocking duration to 35 seconds. Dead Man Switch is getting nerfed by 15 seconds. It is basically old Dead Man Switch, because old Dead Man Switch was 30 seconds. However, it could work on every single generator. Hey, get ready. Deerstalker. When a survivor sees your aura, you see their aura. For every 30 seconds, reveal your aura to the survivor with the lowest chase time, 3 seconds. Why in God's fuck would you run this? Unless you are a nurse or a blight. Because then you can be like, oh, there's person. Oh, every 30 seconds, you just get a survivor aura reveal. It's easy. Just slap this on with lethal, and you basically, this is going to be insane on Nurse. Nurse can just go, there's someone. How good is this if someone's, across the map and you're Death Slinger? And you're Skull Merchant? Or Ghostface? Eruption. Eruption got halved. Eruption got halved. Eruption found in the alleyway. Imagine brings a aura revealing. Well, here's the thing. You reveal your aura. It's basically an object. So basically, you'll see someone's aura for 3 seconds because they see your aura. Sati. It's basically object. Yeah, Eruption found it back. Ruin got buffed from 100 to 50%. People are happy about this. People are like, wow, Ruin's gonna be meta now. It's gonna be really insane. Well, now your Ruin's gone. What do you got? You got another gen regression? I could just go cleanse this. Wait, you know how many totems I get that where I spawn in? I ran Lethal, Barbecue, Ruin, Undying. Do you know how sad it was? I ran that on Huntress because I was like, I want to play aggressive Huntress. I want to play where I ignore gens. I had Ruin Undying. Both totems spawned in front of survivors and they got cleansed immediately out gate. This is gonna be nice, but it's not gonna be that good. It's not gonna be that good. Leverage is getting nerfed. Decrease healing speed reduction value from 50 to 30. However, it lasts longer. Wow, that's nice. If only there was a perk that just didn't basically completely ignore this. Resurgence. So, yay. Because, this, even with Scourge Hook, 1 minute cooldown. That would be an issue with Devour Hope. You can make it where, like, specifically doesn't work on Devour Hope, but we also removed Trapper's Weapon. Like, this doesn't really make that big of a deal. This really doesn't make that big of a deal. Like, I don't think this will be that good, especially with all, like, because again, Eruptions gain nerfed. Dead Man Switches gain nerfed. Like, Leverage, Scourge Hook, Gift of Pain did very well with regression because they couldn't get the regression up as fast because they had the 16% penalty. And it's still not going to be that good. Modern Abuse got a little bit of a buff. Your tear radius is now, it's now changed to like percentage. I don't know if this is a, I said it was a buff, but now I don't know for sure. Hold on, what's 25%? 8 meters. Yeah, it's nerfed on smaller characters. Wait, yeah, it's nerfed on B and D killers because they have smaller tear radius, so they get less value. But for S tier killer, oh no. Oh yeah, Pop got nerfed. 20 now to 15. Whole 5%. Yeah, it's a buff. It's a buff for, you know, the S tiers. Because they needed more buffs. They're already getting base camp barbecue. Oppression's getting buffed. I guess. It increases the gen. Like, now you have 4 generators regressing and decrease cooldown by 35 seconds. Did you guys ever use this perk? I didn't. I really didn't. Because unless they missed the skill check, it didn't... Like, I didn't know if I got value out of it, and most of the time it felt like I didn't. The only way, and even when I ran surveillance with this, like, I could see, like, maybe 1 or 2 gens regress, and I'd be like, eh. I guess the meta now is going to be Ruin, Undying, Oppression. Well, not really, because you can't really use Oppression until Ruin's cleansed. And Surveillance. That's going to be probably the new meta. Oh, yeah, and, Pain Resonance is getting absolutely butchered. 20% to 12. %20 to 12. That's nuts. Yeah, Pain Resonance is dead. Pain Resonance is dead. Why though? I don't know. I don't know. Pain Resonance was like the most fair killer perk in the game. You had 1 Pain Resonance per person. So if you wanted full value out of it, you essentially would have to... Yeah, like, it was balanced. Like, you couldn't get it multiple times from telling people, like, it's old iteration. Because, yeah, old days, it used to be 16%. 16%, but you could get it every single hook. Now it was only, like, 1... Now it's 1 per person. Why are they doing this? You're giving me 12% for 1 person? This is awful. Oh yeah, Septic Touch is getting a buff. No one uses this. Because Mindbreaker is just infinitely better. Because Septic Touch, while it's used on healing, it also is tied to your tear radius. Mindbreaker isn't. Anyone can touch a gen anywhere, they get blinded exhausted. Ultimate Weapon is getting a little bit of a buff. Increase range to 40 meters. Reduce cooldown by 45 seconds. This might be good. I still don't think it's going to be that great. It'll be good on like Vibe just said, Oni. Known issues. Tunneling reduction penalties trigger when survivors go. You should only work when a hook trigger. Okay, that is. Okay. That is basically the changes. If you main anyone who is like B tier or below, you're fucked. You're fucked. You now have to play perfectly and pray the survivors make a dumb mistake to survive. This genuinely might be one of the worst patches I've seen put out here. This is terrible. I will now become a ghoul main. You basically have to. You basically have to. The only meaningful survivor nerf is like Hope is not as good, I guess. But like Plot Twist got buffed, Pharmacy got buffed, Babysitter got buffed. Looks a lot better and healthier. He's not fun anymore. Why are you playing Myers? Omega nerfed, I guess, but like it's all the base kit 30 seconds is already there. Yeah, this is 30 seconds of no scratch marks is nothing to scoff at. Yeah, it might not be meta, but now it's like now it's gonna be still like insanely good. But like they murdered every single gen regression because they killed Deadmans, they killed Eruption, they killed Pop, they killed Pain Res. And then they expect I'm gonna crash out. I'm already there. Like Myers, like I don't wanna play Myers now because they got rid of my vanity mirror. But you get to choose whichever one. Nope, no you don't. No you don't, Oki. You get Stalker until you fill it up, and then you choose between tier 1 or tier 2. When Stock Mirror is full, automatically enter Pursuer mode, Stalker mode becomes unavailable. That is false. You only get evil within 1 until you fill it up, and then you get to choose between this and this. This is a terrible update. This is a terrible update. Not every killer, and I hate to tell this to most of the community, not every killer needs to have some form of lunge and dash ability. Not every killer needs to be there. Myers may have been boring to some people, but there were some who enjoyed him enough. I know the Myers community actually really hates these changes. I'm not even a Myers player, but because my favorite add-on is basically gone, I'm not playing Myers. I'm not playing Myers. Why will I want to play Myers? My favorite thing's gone. And if I want to play Myers, why not just play Chucky? Where I don't have to stock. Where I don't have to wait for... Where I don't have to wait to get my power. I can just go, hi, slice and dash. It's like, well, Myers can break pallets. It's like, so I can just scamper under them. And I'm short. I'm not tall AF. Like, this whole, like, Myers just got murdered. Why not play Pig? My ambush is better. My ambush is probably better than this. Yeah, I might, like, I also have Pig Traps, so I have a little bit of base kit gen slowdown. Like, again, I can't break pallets, but who cares? I have it at access at all times. And that's not even going over the unknown changes. Unknown got fucked. Besides the, like, yeah, you can look up and down. Why are we nerfing Vanishing Box again? Like, why are we being even more harsh with this add-on for such a minuscule effect? What are we doing? The Bach. Hi, Nani. By the way, hi, Pandy. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Allie. Thank you for the lurk. And my issue, again, I need to make this very clear, everyone. The reason why I'm so upset is 2 reasons. My character is still bugged. I'm going to have to still deal with Dramaturgy Finesse, still deal with Vigil Sprint Burst, still deal with Dead Hard and Decisive, because Decisive didn't get touched. Sure, I can pass through people so there's no more body blocks, but that still will exist. I have to worry about trying not to tunnel someone to give them a, let me get up to it. I have to make sure I'm not tunneling them to give them a 25% repair speed bonus while my character may not function. My bird may just pass through someone. My swarm may just not work. And the other reason I'm mad is Dead by Daylight's kind of been putting us down by saying, guys, this is a test. We want you to test this. Okay, so none of you, when you brought this to the table, challenged this and said, hey, this might actually not be a good idea. This might not actually be that great. None of you challenged this? And it's like, well, maybe they'll make changes from the PTB. Like, they'll do that. Really? Really? Is that why we're reverting clown? Because they listened to us on the PTB beforehand? Is that why they're reverting clown? Because they listened to us? I didn't feel listened to when I said, hey, these clown changes are really bad. They remove all skill expression and do that. They still went through with them, right? Because they listened to us? Is that why we're reverting clown now? This is awful. This is terrible. I genuinely kind of don't want to play anymore. Like, I know I say that, and obviously that's a exaggeration. I'm, like, just a little heated. But, like, what are we doing? Why is it that we're making survivors where they can run basically whatever the hell they want and still get away, while killers, we are expected that everything must be skillful? We are expected to give the survivors a fun time. Why are we nerfing tunneling? Because survivors aren't having fun. Really? Well, I think going against full Sabo squads where I basically have to slug them the entire time. Are we going to deal with that? No, we're going to give them base kit unbreakable? Thanks. I don't find that fun. Can we get that changed? Well, they couldn't really do anything about tunneling at 5 gens. Shoulder the burden. Decisive strike. Reassurance. Dead hard. Off the record. Babysitter. I can keep going. Because we'll say, hey, gen speeds feel really fast, and you guys yell at us to just be like, well, just run more gen regression. Well, if you don't like tunneling, why don't you run more anti-tone perks? Does it suck being forced to play meta? Does it suck? But you know, like, hey, we got a ruin buff, I guess. Just pray to now you have to run Undying to make sure it doesn't get killed and you're left alone. Yay. I wish I could be excited about this. I wish I could. Like, a lot of these changes are just like, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. And I want people to understand, like, another thing is, yes, we get a 20% bonus to the next damage generator. We get sort of like a, like, we get a base kit pop somewhat. But that pop, like, ask any killer main. Like I said at the beginning when I first went over this was only good on mobility killers who can get to all the gens and who can get to gens far away that they know have the most damage. Because, like, pop, this isn't good on Deathslinger. This isn't good on Skull Merchant. This isn't good for Ghostface. This isn't good for Trapper. This isn't good for Pig. This isn't, like, it's not game breaking at all. Like, they don't get the most value out of this. You know who gets the most value out of this? Blight. You know who gets the most value out of this? Nurse. You know who gets the most value out of this? Billy. And even then, like, they only get 10%. But they still get base kit barbecue. They get 5% haste. They get, like, were you guys expecting Blight, Hillbilly, and the Nurse to get buffed? Were you guys expecting that? They get base kit buffs. There is no reason why you should not be playing these killers. There is no reason why you should not be playing Blight or Nurse after this update. Because why wouldn't you? You enjoy Myers? Well, even with his new update, he's not that good. Well, I enjoy the Saw franchise, and does Base Kit barbecue? I'm assuming so. It'll be for 6 seconds. So yeah, Blight, Nurse with lethal. They all nerfing the Crossu. I have not seen gameplay of her, so I don't know if she's, like, good or not. But this Crossu, okay, thank you. I don't know how to say it. Thank you, Crossu. But, and I want you survivors, the only thing I ask you is absolutely abuse the hell out of this. I want every single dev and killer main, especially killer mains who are like, especially killer mains who are still like, this will be fine. I want you to go and abuse every single aspect of this and show them, like you have to, like, you have to, like, stop. Like, you have to stop. I know for 100% fact I'm 100% abusing this. I told chat earlier, I'm running Invocation Weaving Spiders, Resilience Deja Vu. You can't kill me before 6 hooks, because if you do, I give my team a base kit, brand new part on every single gen, and a 25% repair speed. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. Go ahead and tell me out. And if you get me, multiple times in a row, you lose the ability to damage, regress, or gens by any means. Have fun with that. What's the build? It is Invocation Weaving Spiders, Deja Vu, uh, Resilience, and then the last perk's kind of whatever you want. If like you can make yourself harder to find with like Iron Will. I've done that. Or you can do like a chase perk like Windows, just so you can be a menace and just pre-drop, prove thyself. You can run prove thyself. That's pretty good as well. Django Burr. Yeah, please abuse the hell out of this, because like behavior needs to see like how bad this is. And be ready. You're gonna see a lot of nurses and blights. You're gonna see a lot of nurses and blights. DS, yep. Alright, we do have an ad, unfortunately, coming in. So unfortunately, you'll have to, wait for just a second. Quickly. Yep. I'm on to bet Huntress is still not fixed. I bet Deathslinger is still not fixed. Lord. I want to see like what I want to see what people's reactions to this are. Oh, man. On the killers, but so on one's light slinger fully Ghostface Trapper Knight Sarah. Anyway, alright, ads going on. Alright. Do. Alright. Do. Discard. Alright. What's the most broken Conviction build? Obviously, Soul Guard, Conviction, Plot Twist. Welcome back, everyone, from the ads byway. Alright. So, alright. Now, Plot Twist. I would say, well, you have base kit tenacity, so maybe Unbreakable. Maybe Unbreakable to increase your, or No Mither, whichever one increases your recovery faster. Cause now you have a base kit tenacity. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead. So I might end stream because as much as I want to play the PTB, the issue with the PTB is when I start downloading it, like it takes up my entire computer. So like everything will go to shit. Like stream will go to shit. I'll get my thoughts out. It But I know damn well I'm gonna abuse some of the stuff there. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys over to. Who should we send you guys over to? Let's do Shelly. So let's go ahead. Yeah, just play Dead by Roblox. I'm gonna go play some Phasmophobia. I'm gonna play a game that actually enjoys my presence. So, alright. We're gonna send you guys over there. I'm gonna give you a raid. I'm gonna test PTB, but for right now, I think it's probably in like one of the worst spots like it's been in Japan. So there we go. Get the raid. I'm gonna send you guys all over. Shelly is playing Survivor on the PTB. Very excited to see what they think. And they're facing a Krasu, so we'll have to see how that works out. I need to see their power, so let's go ahead and send you guys over. I will see you all next time. Bye.